Okay, it's Thursday, 21st of September 2023. My 3 lessons observations for today. Okay, lesson 1. Even though I did my 50-minute songwriting, I feel quite scattered and distracted right now. This is probably because I got up late and it took me about 3 hours to get started. And this may be related to drinking alcohol last night. I had a few cans of lager before I went to bed, and that can have a domino effect. Well, it did today. I just sort of had like funny dreams, and I got up, a bit. I kind of got up, and then I went back to bed, and I got up later than usual. It was around 10, and then I just didn't feel that good. It wasn't like a hangover, but it was just kind of like I felt scattered, and then instead of just starting my songwriting, I just didn't feel like it, and then I kind of just looked on the internet again. I know I've made videos like about this before saying I shouldn't do it, and I just did. What can I say? I'm not going to lie on these videos. So lesson number 2, in the 3 hours before I actually got started, I got sucked into distraction again. And part of this was I watched a few Cal Newport videos to remind myself of the deep work principles. And if I'm being honest, I know that this is creative procrastination. It's like when I'm in I got myself into like a bit of a little mini rut, and I'm like, I don't seem to have the willpower to just do my songwriting, so I'm like, well, let me watch a video about productivity, and maybe that'll be good for me. But I'm realizing that I'm going to have to make a rule where I won't consume any information, however valuable, before I have done my work. I can save any consuming or information for later in the day when I go for walks, etc. There is no information that is so important that it cannot wait till after I do my songwriting. I think it might be related to, like, there's something in psychology called the information bias, where the sort of drive to find more information about something is out of balance with reality. Whereas, like, once you have a little bit of information, you really should just use it. But humans have this need to, like, sort of search out. Like, I need to. I think it comes with, like, overthinking. I don't know if I'm an overthinker more than anyone else, but I tend to overthink plans and stuff, and like I never seem to stick to the same plan. Like, I'll make a plan, and then the next day I'll be like, well, is that the right plan? Maybe I should change it to this or this or this. And one of the things I noticed in watching the Cal Newport video today, that he was saying, it doesn't matter if you have the perfect plan. You could have 6 different plans, but just pick one and kind of go with it. As long as it's not like a horrible plan. If it's a decent plan, just do it. Have a bias towards the action. I need to have a bias towards action and like a bias away from information. There'll be plenty of time for me to sort of get information later in the day, which is a much better time, because I don't like this feeling. It's kind of, now I've done my songwriting, it's died off a bit, but it was a real feeling of like distraction and scatteredness and like OCD, and this kind of like, I should be texting that person, or I've got to remember that. I can feel it. I can feel it in my brain. It doesn't feel good, but anyway, so in lesson 3, mostly today I just went through the same song that I've been working on this week, and I changed around a few lines, and I'm just going to give a little example here, just to demonstrate what I was doing. It's a very simple example. Okay. So as you can see, this song is called Artificial Eye, and I'm using a Notion app, and as you can see, there's like, I've got 4 different versions of this, because every time like I I make one that's like completely different to another, I'll just sort of copy and paste into a new document, copy and paste into a new one, and I probably won't even look at the old ones anymore, but they're just there in case I kind of want to look back, if in case I missed anything. Once I start the writing process, I'll never delete anything, and what I'll do is I'll just sort of make it slightly better. And if there's something I think I'm going to get rid of, what I'll do is right at the bottom, like I'll have a line, and I'll just put all the lines that I'm probably not going to use, but in the chance that I kind of just need a line to fill in somewhere, I might just go over, because there might be some decent lines in here. Yeah, but mostly that's just sort of stuff that I'm not going to use. But I was just going through it, and I was playing the guitar and singing it, and the song goes, Alexa protects me in the night, flosses my teeth and turns out the light. Like, I like the first verse, I like the second bit, I like the third bit. And I'm not that keen on this bit here. It's alright. The perfect clothes, the perfect eyes. It's a bit of a easy line, or a bit of a throwaway line, but I might just keep that there. But I can't think of anything better. Yeah. But then as you get into the second verse, I was just like moving these around. I like that bit. Now that bit there, the bit where it goes, you remind me of my old flames, molded down and bound in chains. Like, instead of putting that there, I've got another bit down here where it's, you remind me of an old friend, dancing around happy again. So I don't know whether to put that bit in the place of that. And, you know, using Notion, you can easily just do that by like selecting it, copy, and like you can drag it up and down. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can like drag things up and down. I just can't, you know, it might just take like many different versions and attempts before it all just fits into place. And I'm not sure if I want to have that line, memories of days gone by. I could either put that there, or I could have, instead of that line, I could have, I never did get to say goodbye. So it's like, there's just like different options. And then here there's like a verse where this is just not quite finished. She is an invention of my brain, an injection into my veins. Ah, na, 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 na. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one there. Oh, because it could be, she is an invention of my soul, and then it rhymes with control. You know what I mean? It's just like a lot of it is just chipping away at it, moving it around until after you've done about 20 hours of it over the course of a month, you're like, oh, I think that's about right now, and then everyone is like, well, you're a really good songwriter for doing that, when really it's just almost like paint by numbers sometimes. Obviously, when you get the initial idea, it's like it comes out of nowhere, but then a lot of it is just, for me anyway, it's like just going to keep moving it around until I'm fully happy with it. Or I don't think I can get it any better. But yeah, I did my hour songwriting today, so yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you.